Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Chris back with the Rumour Has It video where we're talking about players linked to the football club this coming transfer window in January. It's going to be a busy window, that's for sure. Newcastle need to sign in key areas to strengthen the squad and strengthen the starting 11, to be honest with you. And there's no more important position, in my opinion, than the centre forward position. Sounds crazy as we've got two brilliant strikers in Alexander Isak and Callum Wilson, but they've both been injured this season. Callum is out for 4 to 6 weeks, probably taken past the New Year period. We have to sign another centre forward, and we've been linked to a hell of a striker right now, and we're going to get stuck into him. Just before we do, little reminders we always say, if you haven't already, click subscribe. I'd love you to come and join us. We're over 5,700 subs, loads of room for you on the Evermore YouTube channel. All of our content is free. We've got loads of stuff to get stuck into. The live show every Monday with me and Mark at 10 p.m. What's going on? We've got the previews, the post-match analysis, transfer videos like the one you're about to watch, and the odd rant here and there. So it's all free. But if you do want to give a little bit back to the channel, there is a $1.99 membership option where you get exclusive viewing of those videos before anybody else. So click whichever one tickles your fancy, and would love to have you on board. So who am I talking about right now? Well, I'm talking about this player right now, who is Serhou Guirassy, who plays for Stuttgart, 27-year-old, absolute goal machine in the Bundesliga. Now, this guy got to 15 goals one game quicker than Harry Kane did, who was getting all the prowls, all the props and everything from the press for smashing all the records in the Bundesliga. This lad was absolutely hosing it. He's right alongside Harry Kane. He got 14 goals in 8 appearances, and I understand that no player this century other than Cristiano Ronaldo has got to 14 goals in such a quick period of time in any of the top 5 leagues. So that shows you the prowess this lad has got in front of goal. And what's crazy about this one, we've been linked to him in January, and West Ham apparently are interested as well. He's got a release clause in his contract of 15.8 million. Harry Kane will be praying that a Premier League team buys this kid, or he might outscore him this season in the Bundesliga. But he's got such good ability. He's good with his feet. He's good in the air. He's got a little bit of speed as well. Strong. You know, he can drop deep and hold the ball and bring others into play. But where he really shines is his instinctive goal scoring movement in the box. Very, very reminiscent of Papa Cisse when he was in Bundesliga. Just that great bit of movement. And when we first signed Cisse, he couldn't stop scoring. And I see a lot of that in Guirassy, but he's got a little bit more to his game, I think, than Cisse has. And certainly doesn't stand offside all the time, which is a bonus. But just looking at the statistics there, as you can see, but looking at his progression as a striker right in that top line straight away. I mean, he's got 4 years on Wilson anyway, as it is. He's at the peak of his powers. And for 15 million, I think it's an absolute no-brainer for the club to make a move on this kid. But you can see there, 16 goals in 10 games, phenomenal. Last season, 27 appearances, only 13 goals, 46 the year before, 11, 33, 14 the year before that. You can see how he's progressed as a striker. He's put the work in, and he's starting to change his game. He's starting to evolve his game, and he's turning into an absolute goal machine. And this is a player I'd love to have at Newcastle United. But looking at his stats in the red, amber, green, there's very few reds or ambers in there. In terms of the shooting potential, shooting prowess there, which is what we really measure most strikers on, it's all in the high 90s. You can see the shots, the goals, the shots on target. You know, he just pulls the trigger left, right, and centre, and most of the time it's going in the back of the net, which is absolutely phenomenal. Not a great deal of assists, but I don't really want that from my striker. I want him to put the ball in the onion bag, and this kid can definitely do it. You can see again with his passing and his creativity, you know, his expected assists is good, his shot creation chance is good. When he gets the ball, he uses it well. His pass completions are in the high 90s. So when he drops deep and takes that pressure, and it absorbs the play, and watches his wingers go left and right, he normally executes the best pass, and then he gets himself back in the box, normally put it in the back of the net, which is brilliant. Touches in the areas in the high 78s. Progressive carries, he doesn't do a lot of that, but we don't need that when we've got Joe Willock and Almiron and Gordon in the side. I'd rather Guirassy just hung around the area and just popped it where he needs to put the ball in the back of the net, because that's what we need. We need a goal scorer who can do that, and more importantly, can be fit to come into this side, maybe in place of Wilson or Isak if they're injured, or alongside one of them as well, because I just think the lad's full of goals. In terms of carries into the area, he's a little bit low, and fouls one, he's very high. He gets fouled a lot, absorbs that pressure, and wins free kicks. You can see the radar grid, how he compares to Wilson, obviously in goals and assists. You know, Wilson's having a good season as well, to be fair to him. I think he's got the best goal-to-game ratio in the Premier League. And Isak ain't too far behind him. So if we could sign Guirassy for 15.8 million, by the way, what a release clause that is. You know, we'd have probably arguably the 3 best strikers in the league in terms of squad rotation. And that's something that we really need to look at. If we're going to fight on all fronts as a football club, in the Premiership, the Champions League, and the Cups, and try and get in the top 4 again this season, we need another striker, and another decent striker too. Now, the other option is you go young, you know, Hugo Ekitike has been linked as well, you know, but Guirassy to me is the real deal. And he's ready to play right now. And you could arguably put him ahead of Callum Wilson you know, in terms of the second choice striker, and Wilson goes to third choice. You know, but Wilson would really have to sing for a supper if this lad come in and he started banging loads of goals. But that's what you want. You want competition in those positions. You don't want any one of those players to think they walk into the team week in, week out. And if you had Guirassy, Isak and Wilson, you could rotate between the three of them. There's different game plans you could play as well. They're all very different players, you know, and they have different strengths. So for me, this is a great bit of business if Newcastle can tie this up. West Ham will be aggressive. West Ham signed really well in the summer as well. I think with the likes of players they signed with Ward-Prowse, and there was a boy from Ajax as well that we were linked to. I can't remember his name, begins with a K now, but a really good player. They signed some really good footballers in the summer, did West Ham, and I do not want them to beat us to a great target here. So let's hope Newcastle have got their shit together and they're going to go after this lad, because for under 20 million quid, a kid who's outscoring Harry Kane in the Bundesliga and breaking records that Ronaldo's been holding for over 100 years, you know, to me, or whatever it is just a no-brainer. This is a great bit of business, and it goes right in the favour of financial fair play. If you can get a guy like that for less than 16 million quid, that is a brilliant piece of business, even in the January transfer window, which is notoriously an awful window to go for. But let us know what you guys think in the comments about Guirassy. If you think he'd be a good signing for the club, if you think there's somebody better, drop a comment in. We always like to hear from you. Maybe we'll do a video about them and run them through the Stat computer as well. As I mentioned at the start, if you haven't already, click subscribe, come and join us. We'd love you on board. Loads of content for you here. Something for everybody at Evermore, all free. If you want to give a little bit back, there is the member option there for $1.99. So smash whatever button tickles your fancy. Like the video, help the channel grow. We'll be back with some more transfer banter soon, because the stories are endless at the minute. It's not ITK, it's just what's reported in the press. We don't do that here. So hope you enjoyed this one, guys. We'll be back with another one soon. Have a good one. See you later.